Peeps, what's up? It's your boy Metaphysical Marc here. So today I just want to really talk very briefly. This topic has been going around for me for the last like 2-3 weeks, I would say. And I think it's super important for us to really sit down and get a better understanding of the meanings behind words. So the biggest thing that I've seen in the community, in terms of spiritual community and as a conglomerate, is the pervasive demeaning of a word based off of how a person uses it in context and not necessarily the actual definition of the word. So I want to spend this whole summer going into the depths of the meaning behind words, the etymology behind the words and what it really means and why we use these words. So as a collective, we decided that we were going to come together and create a language. We've done this multiple times throughout our entire history as human beings. We come together as scholars and they take one word or they take an origin of the word and they change it into a more modern aspect. But the definition and the origin still is linked if you Google it or if you look in the dictionary or the source. One of those words that we use that we don't understand is the word judgment. When we hear judgment, we automatically think of it as something that's bad. When judgment itself is neutral, it's just how we're viewing it. So I use an example of the swastika. The swastika itself was not a negative symbol. It was a sigil that's been used in ancient civilizations in India, the Middle East, things like that for ages before Hitler. Hitler was very big in the occult. Anybody that understands this understands that this nigga was not stupid. He was actually very intelligent in terms of esoteric knowledge, which is why we went over there and took a bunch of the stuff from World War II as Americans, and now we have that as well. So when you get a better understanding of the meaning behind the word judgment, then you understand from a scientific, from a logical, from a practical sense, not a belief, not a religious background, but a basic understanding of life. No matter what you believe in, this is what we agree that this word means. So judgment. Judging is something that our brains do automatically to comprehend what is going on around us. It's the frontal lobe and cortex that actually develops over time to give us better judgment and decision making. That's why they say when you're a certain age, your decision making is not up to par with someone that is 30 something years old or 40 something years old, because their frontal lobe has developed so much that now their brain has the ability to process information at a faster rate and a more accurate rate than someone that is 15 years old whose frontal lobe has not developed yet to make sound judgments. We judge everything that we do. We judge everywhere we go. We judge on everything that we want or don't want. This is what we are programmed to do. It's not a bad thing. Stop trying to make people feel bad for using something that they have literally been programmed to use and will not be able to survive without. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't care what you believe in. This is the truth. Your beliefs in the truth cannot coexist unless they are conjoined and congealed. Your belief, if it goes against the truth, is delusion by definition. You are living in a delusion of what reality and the truth is compared to what you want to believe the truth is. I can say that the sky is orange. That can be my beliefs. That does not mean that the sky is orange, bro. It does not mean that the sky is orange. Just that simple. Understanding these words and understanding the meanings behind them gives us a basics to come together in union and move forward. But if we just want to continue to believe we want to believe and that's it, instead of actually looking for the truth, as truth finders, as light workers, you're looking for the truth. The truth is the light. The truth and light are simultaneous as things that are coexist. You cannot have delusion within the light and call it the light. That's false light. And they talk about that in every single aspect of spiritual teachings, from the Bhagavad Gita to the Book of the Dead. Like, false light is real because it's an illusion of someone that is portraying the truth when it's not the truth. And when it is faced with the truth, then you'll be able to see the lies in the mix of it and the own personal stuff behind it. So everything that I do, I go look up, I go research other people's findings, scholars. Because I'm a scholar, I'm a truth finder, I am a philosopher stone. By nature, bro. I really live this life, and I'm not trying to compare or contrast. I don't care about comparing and contrast. I care about the fucking truth. The truth is all I care about. And the truth is, if we do not look back at the origins of words, we will never be able to sit across from one another and speak and get understanding. In all things seek understanding. This is the middle path. So with that, I am seeking understanding between beliefs and what we've been told to believe and the truth, what actually is. So when you're using your discernment, and we understand discernment as a spiritual tool or gift, in the definition of discernment, there is a word, and that word says judgment. Discernment or discerning means to have good judgment or sound judgment on something. So you're judging when you're discerning. So for us to believe that you cannot judge things comes from the Roman Catholic Church's influence, telling people not to judge anything that they see, hear, smell, taste that the church is doing in regards to raping and pillaging, murder, crusading, doing anything that they want in the name of God. So you can't judge the person God put in position of power, but they can judge you and tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing and why you're not. Control based. So making sound judgments is what puts people in good moral character and standings. If your merit is high, that means you have the ability to judge unbiasedly for a whole collective input, because they understand that your character is not going to go against the truth. Your own beliefs is not going to go against the truth. You are wanting the truth. I want the truth. I don't care about the lies we live in. I don't care about the illusion of bullshit that we live in. I don't care about all of the things that people have been telling you. If you don't go back and look yourself, bro, if you're not a scholar, you can't be a teacher. If you take everything that everybody's just telling you and you just regurgitate it back, that does not make you a teacher. It makes you a fucking regurgitator. If you take things people tell you and you go look it up yourself, and then you do scientific methods in terms of sightings and getting more information, then you're not really looking. You're not really searching, bro. You are projecting, and it's a facade. Because when it's met with the truth, it will crumble, like always. So, the importance of understanding the meaning behind words is what I'm going to stress, because this is where we are losing ourselves in beliefs of illusions of what people have been telling us and what actually is. People tell us all the time in the spiritual community, kill your ego. You can't kill your ego. It doesn't make any sense. Your ego is your fucking personality. There's no way that you can kill that. You can change that. It's like you can change your clothes. But you're not killing it. If you didn't have any type of understanding of who you are in this realm, you would not exist at all. So you can't kill your ego. You can only change it. Make it better. Grow it. Don't kill it. All that spiritual dumb shit is false. Doesn't make any sense. Has no premise in the real world, bro. These are just people that have been telling you all that everything is an illusion and that this is what it is. If everything was an illusion, you would not have karmic ties and debts. So the shit you do here really matters. Because everything matters. So when you're under the pretense that everything doesn't matter, it's just an illusion, you're just here, then you're going to continue to perpetuate that same bullshit philosophy in your mind this lifetime and the next, and the next, and the next. And that's a karmic tie. It's a karmic debt. Because you didn't learn anything. You didn't come here to learn. You came here to act like that you're not supposed to be here. You wouldn't be here if you were not supposed to be here. Use the time to understand yourself here. Stop trying to kill off aspects of yourself. Stop trying to make it seem as if you can't make a sound judgment on what you want and what you don't want as a spiritual being without being ridiculed and told that you are acting out of ego. You're acting out of you and what aligns with you. This is why healthy boundaries is something that is in therapy, in psychology. But you don't see that necessarily in the spiritual community. But they're all the same thing. You can't have any type of psychology without tapping into your mental powers. When your mental power is your consciousness is derived directly from spirit. So there's no separation. It's just understanding. So understand that the words that we use is very important. If you understand anything about frequencies, if you understand anything about words, period, then you know you're spelling them. So what you're putting out there. So if you're having a meaning behind a word that is not in association with the collective's imprint of what that word means, then you're not acting in that manner, bro. I can't say a dog is a cat. It's not. It's a dog. I don't care what I want to believe. So put your beliefs in a box and put the truth in a box. And do not mix those fucking boxes unless there's a line that connects those boxes. Because then now you know that your beliefs are actually manifesting into the material and you're seeing it. And you're actually, as a collective, experiencing it. That's truth. That's how we get facts. You know, we get facts, we do scientific method. One person does an experiment 10 times, and then he goes to his colleagues and have them do the scientific method as well. And if they get more than less, then they can say through tests and trials that this is a fact. Understanding is so important. If you don't want to understand and you just want to believe blindly, then you will get lost in this realm of understanding. Everything here is not for your best good in terms of what you need and when you need it. If you do not establish your ability to discern and you're trying to walk into spiritual understandings, you would get your ass ate up. They talk about this in the Emerald Tablets. They talk about this in any type of esoteric knowledge of understanding when you're transversing realms. It tells you, test every spirit that comes to you. Hey, test this. Hey, if this comes up, ask it questions. Question everything. Hey, you know why? Because you're judging it in the process to see how it aligns with you and if it doesn't. Not everything that is actually wanting to help you, bro. And if you believe that, then you're delusional. You're fucking delusional. And you're not spiritual, you're spiritually bypassing. You're delusional. We have to stop giving people that are delusional these titles of teachers in spiritual realms. Because they're not teachers, bro. They're not teaching you anything. They're telling you things that they were taught. Not even taught, they were told. Because they didn't go look for it themselves. We need to go back. Knowledge that you guys understand now, the things that you're seeing. There was a reason they had secret societies. Because all this knowledge was not meant to be given to everybody. Do not cast your pearls in front of swine. Can't feed a baby steak. You gotta feed it baby food, or you'll fucking kill it. His body can't digest the information. It's the same thing. People can't digest this information because they don't understand the origins. Stop giving this shit to people like that. Break it down. If you're a real teacher and you really understand the esoteric understandings and knowledge and the laws of the universe, you can break it down to the simplest T and give it to a baby, and they can take it and then make that T into a T-bone as they grow and learn more. But if you're not willing to do that, then leave it to people that are. Like, it's reasons why professors and shit, they don't just get a degree and then be like, I'm a professor. You have to take a test. You have to go and get certified. You have to take a test, bro. Stop it. Go back to the origins. Because the origins are literally our ancestors. Y'all want to honor the ancestors so much, but you don't even honor the people that came before you that literally bridged the gaps between these worlds. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're just putting rims on that motherfucker. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel, bro. It's already been invented by people that were way smarter than us. Way smarter than us. Way smarter than us. So, that's all I got to say today. If you have not subscribed already, subscribe. If you have not checked out my website, check out my website, www.metaphysicalmarc.com. Like I said, I have so much information and so much stuff that's coming, but this topic is something that I will be speaking on for all of the summer because it's so important for people to understand the meanings behind words that they're using as law. And that's the truth. Like I said, I'm here for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And that's my spiritual walk. I love y'all.